So talk me through what Doomsday prep looks like this year.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Deep Drop. This is a fishing podcast with a little bit of a twist. Well, a fair few twists actually. I'm Luke McCredden, Adam Ring is with me as always. And Adam, before we do anything tonight, before we even try and unpack anything, there might be some people out there who have just jumped on, and we welcome everyone with open arms and new or old. Welcome to The Deep Drop podcast. But I need you, my friend, to maybe just unpack what it is that The Deep Drop is all about.
Well, The Deep Drop's not your average fishing pod, Luke. I think we've established that now over near 180 episodes, approaching 200. Just want to throw that out there. But the Deep Drop podcast is kind of like switching over to the flannel sheets when it starts getting cold at night. You know, the first time you switch over for the season, you know when you get in and it feels like your bed gives you a hug?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel when I hear the Deep Drop sting at the start of every pod.
Yeah.
It's just a warm hug, and I know some good things are about to happen.
Okay. I don't mind that. And it's kind of, it might be getting a bit colder, but hey, we're here for you.
Doesn't matter. We're here. It's still comfortable.
Yeah.
We can be together. We can embrace. It's cold.
I love that.
Well, it's just, you know what? We're going to sit down in the warm, have a nice conversation, talk a bit of shit, and everyone's welcome. Arms wide open, just goodness.
Love it. So the Deep Drop is, when you open the linen cupboard, the Deep Drop of the flannel sheets up on the top waiting for winter. We're here.
And they just go, hey, it's time.
We've got you. Yeah.
It's time.
Don't mind that. We might have lost some new listeners, but that's okay.
We lost all the young listeners.
Jesus, talking about flannel shirts.
I said flannel, not bloody electric blanket. We're not that old yet.
Have you ever used an electric blanket?
Hate it.
The shit. Worst invention
Hate
ever.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, we're all for technology ads, but that's just not it.
No.
No.
It's shit.
Anyway, I'm glad we agree on that. I don't know how the episode would have panned out if you had said, "Oh yeah, I'm all for him," because I would have felt.
Well, this is why I think the Deep Drop works. Because we're aligned. We're on the same thought path,
especially for the important things like that.
Yeah,
the pivotal.
It is critically important.
That's huge. Yeah. Welcome everyone. Good to be back for another week. There's plenty going on. Adam, you and I. We haven't actually we've hardly caught up over since the last episode, to be honest. So no doubt we've got some stuff to jump into tonight. I wanted to make sure that everyone out there who is listening gets across to the socials and is following along the fun there. So Instagram, Adam, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, all that. Get across there, give it a follow. You can also go over to the deepdrop.au and check out the website ads, which is where sort of everything's housed, I guess. You've got the episodes all there, bits and pieces about what's going on around the joint, a little bit of merch flying around. So however you want to stay connected, however you want to keep in touch with us, do it because, hey, this community is getting bigger and stronger ads and we're all for it.
Yep, and we need everyone to reach out, tell us where we're right, tell us where we're wrong, but more importantly, tell us involve yourself in the conversation.
Yep.
Now, we come up with a few bits and pieces for every pod. Listen, Go back, have a listen, dip into the archives, bring it back up. This is the beauty of the Deep Drop. It's the beauty of fishing.
Yeah.
There's no right answers. There's plenty of wrong answers that we tend to lean into quite hard.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Voice your opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's always evolving, this space, with new experiences and new stories, new technology. And I'm sure if we go back through the archives, and we might do it one day, maybe we celebrate the 200 by going through and just revisiting some of the ones that maybe we've had a second thought on as time's progressed over
which is fine.
Years. Or maybe we're just as aggressively passionate about our answers that were. But get involved, let us know, just randomly pluck an answer, tell us, because this is what it's all about.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be current. You can find one. Like, okay, Adam, this is really early on. Might have been in the first 10 or 12 episodes. Can you hold a mate's fish for a photo?
Yeah, that's right.
Where do you stand on that still, lads?
It's still a hard no. I don't. It's definitely haven't changed my position. But I would like for someone to try and convince me that there is a point in time where it might be acceptable.
Now, the beauty, because you're pretty firm on that sort of stuff. Yeah. The beauty of what we do, Adam, is we are welcome, as you've just beautifully said, welcome to every bit of feedback, every bit of your thoughts, suggestions, opinions, but just random things. If you find something, throw it at us. Now, during the week ads, we have been sent something, and look, you and I have taken the piss out of fly fishing for a fair while, but it's
nearly 200 episodes.
Nearly 200 episodes, but it's all in. It's all in. Hey, we mean, we've said it straight up. Hand is up. It's because we're shit at it.
Correct.
If we were really good at it, we'd probably have a fair chunk of this show that would be about that, potentially.
Yep. Yeah, there's a reason we only have bad things to say about it.
Yeah. And, we've sort of gone, I'm not doing that. Now, straight up, I've been found out. I've been caught out with something. And I'll play you a clip. It's borderline confessions. I'm not doing the confessional sting, but it's borderline confessional. So let's just go into something that was sent my way. You might recognise a voice that's in this. It's John Didge from On the Deck podcast, where I did feature at one point in time as a guest. Well, I'll tell you, it was June 2022. So it's a fair while ago now. Have a listen to this.
Yeah. All right. Gods have decided to come down and bless you with one skill in life that you don't currently have, or you do have and you want to improve on. What do you reckon that skill would be?
Fishing related?
Anything, don't matter.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay. Yep. Fishing. I'd like to be a good fly fisherman.
Okay.
Whoa. I mean...
Listen, Luke, we've all made horrible decisions and said some things we regret in life, and that's okay. This is why the Deep Drop needs to be around. It's a space where you can come and air out shit statements like that.
Yeah.
We can... Listen, we'll definitely point our fingers and mock a little bit, but it's okay. We'll get over it in time and welcome you back into the family.
Yeah, I think it feels good to... And listen... Shout out. Appreciate that getting sent through. It was done in tastefully, but it was like, hey, found this. The fact that people are doing a bit of research now to call us out, love it. Keep it coming. But wow, I'd like to be a good fly fisherman. I mean, what's that all about?
Listen, all I can hope for in this case, Luke, is that you were put on the spot, a little bit flustered.
I was.
And... something's just popped into your head that you're maybe not that fluent in.
Well, funny you say that, because I did listen to that segment and when it was sent to me, and it was put on the spot. It was at the end of the episode, and shout out Didge and the boys from On the Deck podcast said a couple of questions to round things out, and just quick fire, rapid sort of questions. So it was one fish for the rest of your life. How would you target it? And then it was sort of that. So I was thrown. I was stumped. I felt pressured at. but it's on record.
It's on record.
And when a podcast gets published, it's on record. Yep. So hey, hands up. That's okay. I'll wear that. I'll move on.
What have you got to? Well, how are you feeling about it?
I'm fine.
You shouldn't be. I think you need to take a good hard look at yourself.
It's weird to hear that back. My voice sounds different. It's only 4 years ago, but I sound different. Was it me? I mean, AI is a wonderful thing.
Hey, listen, who knows?
No, it was me. But do you know what? I will say this. It wouldn't be the worst thing to be a really good fly fisherman.
Oh, listen.
So actually, I'm standing by it.
It might be the second worst.
Yeah. Okay, well, whatever. It was off brand. I don't know why. June 2022. Had the Deep Drop start? Must have. Yeah, it would have. It was late 22, was it? No. Late 22, yeah.
We haven't been going for 4 years, have we?
Or late 23. Oh, fuck, I don't know. Can someone tell us when the Deep Drop started? We should know that.
Look,
Anyway.
your brain's already tried to have some sort of amnesia.
I'm a mess. Yeah. That's it. We're done for the night. Signing off. Anyway, So there we go. If you find any other goodies. Now, Adam, you've done radio and TV for a long time. I want to put the challenge out there. Find some gold for me, people. Dig up some dirt on Adam Ring from 3AW or bloody... I want to hear it. I'm going to go digging. Anyway, I'm sure you've said something like that. No, you wouldn't have said that.
No, just special comments, mate.
Yeah.
Just, speak when you're spoken to and shut the fuck up otherwise.
AW was, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. There wasn't enough time to have weird thoughts. It was always
you get
next
the hand
to a
signals
caller or a...
Yeah, the hand signals from the booth was always the one that bloody talk about flustered. You
you had to wrap it up quickly.
Real quick. Finally getting stuck into a good convo and the booth's there having a fucking heart attack because you're starting to waffle. Wrap it up. I think I filled in with you once or twice on that show and it's like, nah. Yeah. I'm about to swear and I want to talk. Nah.
Yeah,
not happening here.
And there's a caller that's just launched into a 15-minute story when he's got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
How do I politely cut this bastard off?
Yeah.
Because we got to go to an ad break like 3 seconds ago.
Callers into radio stations are interesting. They've never nailed it. Callers have never nailed. I heard one just even as recent as yesterday on Triple M or something, and they just waffled. It's like, mate, read the room. Just be aware. You're on radio.
Just make your point, deliver it beautifully, and you'll be an overnight sensation. But if you're going to sit there and kind of forget halfway what you're saying or not sure where your point was going...
Just don't ring up in the first place.
Maybe don't call the radio.
Yeah. Do you remember the calls? Because even community radio, but AW, like where you sort of 5 to 10 seconds into that caller voicing his fucking opinion or answer to a question, and you start thinking, is this a piss tape? Is this someone I know? Yeah. Every time. Is this Adam?
That's right. That's right. You get the odd one where you're like, this is a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a...
And you start to get a little bit of a weird, I'm not sure if I'm uncomfortable or this is funny.
Yeah. But also, hey, respect to 3AW. What an amazing network and an amazing station, but not the place to be funny.
No.
Not the place to be funny. It's a serious station.
No.
Keep your humidity.
I'm trying to think back to those. I'm trying to think back to those days and how many times the dump button was actually used. No, I didn't, and I didn't have to press it. I reckon I've only been in the studio once or twice. We didn't really have to use it. It hovered. The finger hovered over the dump button a few times.
Mainly when on calls, right?
Calls, it was always
call back, talk back.
Always, yeah.
I've never been involved in a dump situation. I have nearly had studio producers rip cables out of walls at the local station we used to work at ads when he just looked into my eye and he could see I was getting a bit rogue and he's just panicking.
Mate, you just nearly rip them out of the walls if you walked in with a cuppa.
I know.
Fucking 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever we're
using our voices for 3 hours and we're not allowed to have a fucking water? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Anyway. Sure, when we walk in with a bottle of wine at 5 a.m, that's a bit different.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a different sort of a show.
Yeah,
Let it roll.
Good time. Fuck, good times. Good times. Hey, I was thinking about it during the week, and I was like, we're coming into what is kind of a bit of a lull when it comes to, not a lull. That might not be the right word, but when it comes to tackle, this year actually, to be fair, 2026, we've seen some awesome new products hit the market already, which is kind of becoming a bit of a thing where new products are dropping throughout the course of the year as opposed to like just the spring-summer release, which is traditionally what we've seen. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, this is kind of, I guess, when you hit winter, you don't see too much new come out, but the anticipation for new in sort of August, September, when the local Australian trade show hits, and obviously the US trade show, usually that July, August period as well, which is the global releases of a lot of stuff. It kind of got me thinking about like, I wonder if there's some stuff that, I reckon there'll be some really cool stuff hit the market this year, but I wonder what it is that you're thinking about, or I'm thinking, do you know what I mean? Like, is there, if you've taken the time at all to sit back and go, geez, I hope there's a good ... release this year. Do you know what I mean? And that might be, by the way, this is out to the community too. I'd love to know if anyone out there is thinking, fuck, it'd be great to see a good stick bait rod that's sub $200, or you know what I mean? Like it could be absolutely anything, and I'm really keen to know because I think it's a weird space, the tackle industry ads. We've spoken about it a lot. In that, where does it go? Some of the major new technology releases, and I'm not talking about sort of electronics, but I mean technology like braid, or advancements, I should say, like braid or graphite rods, or different types of soft plastics hitting the market. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy to think there's going to be something evolving, so in coming years. But I wonder if there's anything right now. If I was to put you on the spot, is there anything that you could think, geez, I wouldn't mind seeing this, or a new version of, or whatever?
There's a couple of things that spring to mind. I don't know how, in the grand scheme of things, how important they would be to the general fisho, but
that's okay.
You actually had me thinking of one with one of your reactions during the week.
Right. Eating, was it eating live something or no?
Oh, nah.
No, not that. Okay.
No. It was an insert that dropped into an average 36 or 3,700 tackle tray.
Yes.
That held a lure perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. No tangles. Everything was presented beautifully. You could see the exact style of a lure, the colorway. You could see everything perfectly.
They set up
the lures
nice.
Didn't interact at all, so the trebles weren't getting all half-cocked and bloody hooking into each other.
And I don't know if you noticed towards the end of that vid, there was the person in the video holding the tray sort of moved it around a bit, and they didn't move and they didn't get all fucked out, which is an awesome thing too. So, that's a good call.
So I'd love to see, on a more like practical stance, I'd love to see something like that, because Luke, you and I have spent many a minute talking about the tackle storage issues that we're faced with on a day-to-day basis. So that would go, I think, in a big step in the right direction. Another one...
I love it. I love that, by the way.
Another one I think, I don't know if it could ever work solely based around cost. I would love to see the world of jig heads hit like elite level. And what I mean by that is full hardcore production value. Right. I'm talking like molded heads to represent different things. I'm talking not just a bold color with a red eye. I'm talking painted.
This. I love this.
Because I've seen some stuff
and not just powder coat dipped. You're saying full
no,
paint job.
I'm talking these are works of art. These are, if you are trying to fish a soft plastic and it represents something specific. That something specific has a jig head. So say you were fishing for kings and you wanted to drop a slimy mackerel patterned plastic.
Yep.
I want to be able to pick up a head that looks like a slimy mackerel.
Okay, what about this one? A lot of prawn soft plastics on the market. A specifically designed prawn head that is... maybe he's even got feelers on it. Don't know. But it is painted, it is the contoured, it is eyes, it is fucking everything.
Yep. It's the black googly eyes. Yep. It's painted in different colorways to match different... the different colors in plastics, but molded, carved specifically to look like a prawn head. Yeah. Maybe we go too far. Whenever you grab a live prawn, there's I don't know where it is, but there's a fucking spiky bit somewhere, and it always gets you. Just put a random spiky bit on the jig head. Let's get funny. Let's get awesome.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Or maybe is it time to start really mucking around with what a jig head is? Now, what I mean by that is, what if we don't want our soft plastic to just sit nose down straight to the bottom?
Right.
What if we started to muck around with a little bit of extended lead coming in underneath to maybe center weight just
Like
move
a
the weight
stabilising sort of
distribution
thing.
a little bit. Yeah, so it's sinking more, I guess, at a more horizontal action for slowing things. I'm thinking for big paddle tails and big boot tails, stuff that you can really slow the retrieve, but have it more neutral weighted. Now, whether that sits inside the plastic as a keeper type setup or it's something that sits under the chin and
weight,
down under the belly a little bit, I'm not too sure, but I think I'm ready for some proper. We're going A grade with jig heads.
I don't mind this at all. You know how I feel about a colour jig head. It's pretty much exclusively all I use now.
And I'm thinking, is there space to take it to the next level?
Yes,
now,
there is. There's always space. No, it's
because
not.
we've kind of seen it half done in the past. There's a few things that we've done and typically they haven't worked because they're expensive.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
But in a world of fishing that's getting ultra specific, these fish are getting so wise to so many things. Is there a way that we could disguise a jig head better?
I love it. And the thing is with this, let's be real and say that I'm not even going to say a percentage, 90%, more than 90% of people would probably fish their area all the time. Like, so where I'm going with it is, if you are fishing if your local fishery is, the home of, little white bait and blue bait type, those little bait fish type thing, then that's probably all the jig heads you're going to get is that for that style of bait fish, a really detailed little bait fish head.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. There was something once upon a time that kind of had a bit of detail. There might be, but
there's definitely been some stuff in the past.
But you're going.
But I'm talking.
Real.
No, we're going.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
because
even
there's
mind.
some pretty cool stuff. There's some pretty cool stuff in Europe.
Yeah.
Around the pike market, which they're doing good things there. But it's kind of a hybrid. It's got some fur and feather and that sort of thing. But I'm thinking just a.
Well, because I was going to ask you actually, because are we expecting the jig head to be more than just a jig head? And to what you just said then, do we want it with some features? So what I'm saying is, if you've got like I said, prawn before, do you want the feelers off the front? If you've got a little bait fish type one, do you want it actually with a slightly longer body and have a pectoral fin or two pectoral fins coming off the sides?
What about a garfish jig head?
With it, mate.
With the lip.
With the lip. Little, I mean, you could almost have jig heads that are designed to be the heads of sort of like Taylor and with teeth, for mulloway. Ooh. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah. I think there's something.
Yeah.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see it.
Do we try and replicate the fish or, the bait, but also, let's be real. We all know that a big hungry flathead will happily eat a small flathead. Do we need a flathead jig head? A flathead jig head? A flat jig head?
A flathead.
A flat jig head.
Yeah.
Shape. But you know what I mean? It's easy. The toe point sits perfectly on the flat.
It's actually a good point because I've seen some flathead shaped soft plastics.
Yeah, exactly.
But look a little bit special when there's a jig head in front of its head.
That's the problem, right? So this is where there's an issue. We need to make the call and say the plastics don't need heads anymore because we're making them in.
We're
jig
making
heads.
them.
Yeah,
that's your jig head.
That's your jig head. So you're right. From what I can't remember what I've seen a flathead plastic, but it is the full sort of flathead.
Yeah, it's got the little.
Well, maybe we go. That's fine, and the angler can cut that off. You know what I mean? Like when you're trimming down a worm or something, you can lop off the flathead head and put the flathead jig head on. Wow.
What if the first section of your turtleback worm on the whiting was actually a lead shaped like the worm's head?
That shape, yeah.
Might just be already a jig head.
It's pretty
What's a
much
worm's
just a
head
jig
look like?
I don't know. No one knows. Do they even have a head? Haven't they got like multiple hearts or some shit, or is that brains? Or I don't know. They're weird.
I don't know.
I like your style. The garfish jig head's interesting.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
It might.
Just
You know
like
what?
to suit like a white flick bait style, dart around.
Yes, perfect.
Cool.
Do you know? Because a squid head, like a small squid hood. Because there's also not a shitload of squid soft plastics around either, which is, when you think about it, a little bit crazy.
This is if you're gonna make a jig head
Yeah.
for a squid
Yes.
to rig a squid shaped soft plastic on, because it's a great point. We've seen squid soft plastics in various forms and various sizes.
Yeah.
And I guess you could say to some success, but no real staying power.
Yeah.
Are you making the jig head the point?
Yeah, I was just thinking. I was just thinking about it. There is a. Well, I guess, and this is where someone would have to almost come up with both, wouldn't they? The actual plastic to go with the jig head.
Depending on how you want to work it. If you're going for the holy shit, I'm a squid that's just been spooked and I'm jetting off, you probably want the tip of the hood.
The tip of the hood
as the weight.
Yeah, and
but
then
if you're
the remainder of the
just a
body
squid
and
milling,
yeah.
If I'm just a squid milling on the bottom, you might, because they do hover forwards.
Yeah. There is a 3-inch gulp squid, which was released last year, I believe. Just a nice little 3-inch bait, but it is the full thing, so the full tip and everything. So you could rig that however you want. But wondering whether, if there's a 4, 5, 6-inch version, but either you keep it that same shape and you trim it down accordingly, or you have it stop at some point and the jig head to suit is the tip of the mantle.
Because the closest we got was those chase bait squid.
Yeah.
That had the rigging system, but it wasn't. It kind of encased the back of the existing plastic, and it was more of a belly weight.
Yeah,
that's a good. That's not a bad start though. If you dress that up a little bit, gave it a sweet, realistic paint job, maybe put the little. Well, it depends, because of calamari, you don't want fins on the jig head. You just want the tip, because they need to be moving. But if it's an arrow squid, you want the little, because they got little wings.
Yeah. Do you know why I giggled then?
Because I said just the tip. Was it that?
Fuck, we're an immature podcast. Like, it's just, as soon as I giggled, I just thought to myself, fucking grow up, Luke. Seriously, mate. Like,
I tried to power on and ignore it. I saw you giggle, and I'm like, just keep rolling. You didn't mean to say it.
I don't know. I think there's something in it, and when you think about the like I said, I think we don't need to reinvent the soft plastic world. That's got everything covered. It's kind of more looking at regional specific bait fish, or you know what I mean. What is the local bait? And going after that, I mean, there would be a case for the sort of bait that is it bony brim in those impoundments where all the barra are predominantly? I mean, there's probably a few different bait fish, but I mean that's a whole different market.
I love the idea of that, the prawn head, the suggestion that you come up with. That's tailor made for this.
It seems like a no-brainer.
Absolutely tailor made. Yep.
I would love to see the garfish head though. That's a brilliant one.
That would be cool.
Anything that's bit unique, I suppose, is like maybe
because jig heads are perfect in a practical sense now. Like they do exactly what they're designed to do.
Yeah.
But a little garfish head for, say, your standard
snapper
minnow style would be cool.
Pretty
as
cool.
Shit.
Now,
the prawn head, dude. I think that could look unbelievable.
Prawn head. Now, you made a good point. Jig heads do what they're made to do now. We know that we're overthinking it, and that's what we do on the deep drop. We overthink everything, and we get silly sometimes. But hey, that would be cool to see.
Is there anything that you've got on your list that you're ready to see?
I think you nailed the tackle storage thing. You've heard me vent my frustrations. Yep. The community have heard me vent my frustrations, and I still haven't landed on a jig head solution that I'm satisfied with. That's probably more of a me thing, and that's okay. I'll own that. A lot of people have nailed their jig head storage solution, but I think it goes beyond that. I actually did a bit of a cleanup over the weekend, ads, which you'll be shocked at because the Deep Drop HQ is an absolute mess, full of all sorts of shit.
What did you find?
Oh, it wasn't so much what I found. Well, it was what I found. The excessive amount of things.
Nice.
Like, I don't
perks of the
fish
job.
really too much with size 4 squid jigs, yet I've got 20-something of them. And I'm like, okay,
You still
I've
got to
got
tick off the reso, so
No,
now you
it's
need
true.
to start fishing
true.
size 4 jigs.
Yep.
We've still got to tick that bit off.
Do you know what I bought? And this is probably not something, being you and I being in the industry, we should say, but I did buy some Kmart sort of storage solutions it's more just to put shit in
Just
the
bulk.
office.
Yeah, bulk storage. Yeah.
Which, listen, they feel like they'll fall apart in the next week or two, but hey, it served a purpose.
Might. As long as you don't
might.
move them around too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Don't touch them. Don't open the drawers. Once you put something in them, it's there for life. But what I found is I picked up like a four. I think it's a 4-tray sort of drawer system, and I thought I'll put soft plastics in one, maybe 2 of them. No, they're all 4 drawers are full of soft plastics. So now I've just gone through and just sort of
buy another one.
Buy another one, and I've just had to sort of work out, all right, well, top drawers for, crabs and prawn type plastics. The next one's for, little paddle 3 and 2.5 inch paddle. Yeah. This is a whole thing going on over there, ads, and I'm still not sure I actually sorted it out properly. But listen, but storage solutions it has been and will be a bugbear of mine for a while. So I'd love to see something that just jumps out. Like when you and I walked the floor at AFTA in August, I think it is, in Brizzy this year.
Brizzy?
When you and I walk that floor, I want to be able to run up to you excited and say, Adam, go and have a look at that. They've bloody nailed it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. One thing's for sure is we will report in on that. It's only a few months away. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be huge. And, I think if it's just into some new gear and some new stuff, that's where we're going to see.
It's going to be exciting. There's always going to be awesome stuff. Always.
Looking for your next fishing weapon? Bar Crusher is Australia's #1 fishing boat builder, leading the industry in design, excellence and quality. For the most advanced plate aluminium fishing boats, or to build your dream boat online, visit barcrusher.com.au.
Luke, I've already bought up flannel sheets once this podcast, which signals to me that shit's starting to get cold.
Yeah, there's no hiding. There's no hiding the temperature decline in the southern part of the country at the moment.
Nah, we're still having some beautiful days.
Yeah.
But the nights are getting a little bit, reminding us that winter's coming.
Yeah,
and you and I have spent hours on this podcast talking about that fishing shouldn't stop in the winter, and it doesn't. But we're also real. It gets a hell of a lot more fucking uncomfortable than what it is right now. And there is a percentage of the fishing fraternity out there that this is pretty much, we start to enter Doomsday, where it's just the fishing season's over.
yeah.
So, Luke, my question to you is, what have you got planned for Doomsday this year?
Oh,
What are you doing in the winter? Are you going to lean fully into, I'm going to be defiant and I'm not going to let the weather, completely derail my plans to do anything? Or am I going to sit down and sort out X because I've been putting it off for years? What are you thinking for Doomsday?
Yeah, I love the Doomsday reference. In this occasion, I'm a Doomsday prepper.
Of course.
Because I'm not planning to stop. I don't want to stop. I'm not going to let it stop me.
Okay. Okay. So talk me through what Doomsday prep looks like this year.
Well, I'll tell you that we've got some monthly resos that we need to work on, and they actually aren't too... they kind of are things that are very achievable through winter, through the Doomsday period.
Yep.
So that for one is perfect, a perfect scenario. Second to that is... there's actually some stuff that and I won't go into full detail with a couple of them in particular because I want to raise them throughout the course of when it does get into that colder times on when we're recording. But there's some things that we used to do in winter that used to be kind of somewhat cool and really have a crack at that personally. And now I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but personally I haven't. So, and just one of those as an example would be just hitting the surf beaches and just chucking around some lures. So I suppose my Doomsday prep is just making sure, and I mentioned it on socials not too long ago, and we sort of already touched on tackle storage solutions, but my gear's ready to grab and go. So what I mean is, if it's metal slugs, it sounds very basic, and it is, just set up a tray that is grab and go ready, that you grab, you throw into the backpack, you've got a couple of spools of leader, pair of braid scissors in there already, and you're good to go.
What's your stance on changing trebles out for singles on a slug?
Wow, good question. Thanks for asking. It's one that I was thinking about only yesterday, and the reason I reacted that way is I was literally about to go into that actually. So, good work. Remember when it was a real big thing? It was a big deal.
Yeah,
it was a big deal.
Yep.
Because I want to hear your opinion on, is it still a big deal as well? But for me, it's something I actually did relatively recently for some other lures, and I thought maybe that's part of the prep. Maybe part of my Doomsday prep is hardware. Are the rings right? Are the hooks right? And not just singles. If I'm using trebles, cool. But just let's actually have a look, because hey, being from Tassie or Victoria or South Australia or even southern New South Wales, if we're going to put up with this weather, and when I say weather, I mean temperature, we don't want to lose a fish because we've got a half rusted out treble. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm fucked because I'm not changing anything. And out of sheer laziness,
Yeah.
I want to be the test case for everybody that's on the fence, thinking that a little bit of rust isn't going to cost you a fish of a lifetime.
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that.
You have famously sort of backed yourself in when it comes to some rusty hooks. You're okay with it.
I reckon I don't want to say this because I'm going to do this myself. So far, I think I'm in front.
Wow.
Yep, fishing with not still on the spool.
Yeah.
Picking up a reel and going, oh shit, there's a back-to-back uni in the braid because I had a wind knot that snapped one trip and couldn't be bothered tying on a leader.
No.
There's that. But I digress. The reason, well, it's funny. So you counted with the treble and singles. It got pretty big for a little bit and then it kind of backed off. Yeah. And I think you're right, and I think I know why.
Why?
Because we value hooking fish the first time.
Yeah.
And singles can be... Listen, it's a pros and cons game. Singles can be painful. I genuinely believe you will hook more fish on the first hit if you're fishing a treble.
Yep.
But I feel as though it is 1,000,000 times more dangerous for everybody involved if that treble is in existence.
Yeah.
Fish, human, child walking past, dog running on the beach. There's a chance that the treble finds everybody involved if that fish flicks at the wrong time.
And everything's in range. If you're in a boat, the upholstery is going to get it fucking treble in it at some point. The outboard motor is going to cop a treble under the cowling at some stage. The bimini is going to cop a treble in it at some. You're right.
Yep.
If you do that and sink a hook into it, but you know that it's only a single, you go, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'll just pop that out and away we go.
And it's fun and games. I just wish I wasn't so lazy. And actually, maybe I should write this down as part of my Doomsday prep.
Write it down. I think you should change up.
I might change a couple of slugs, just a couple.
Yep. I want you to look at the rings as well as the trebles, please, or singles, whatever you decide to do. I want you to look at the rings. I want you to look at the hooks. Let's get our hardware sorted. Let's get our storage sorted. So we are in a position when, it's cool, it's cold out there, but you go, I'm donning either a pair of waders or some good solid heavy duty pants and boots and a good jacket, and I'm going to have a crack. To do that and then be let down by, a slightly bent or rusty ring or hook is not ideal. Just, you mentioned something, and I think it's actually, I just overlooked it, but you made me think of this. A great Doomsday prep would be respooling reels, or at the very least, retying all your leaders. Because if there's one thing, Ads, you don't want to be doing on the fly in the middle of winter when you can't feel any of your fucking limbs, is tying.
Appendages.
Yeah, he's tying. You know what I mean? Or dealing with shit going on your spool. Mate. Get that shit sorted before you go anywhere.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm actually due to despool and respool quite a few of my reels at the moment. I'm in that mental sort of battle of what line to use.
So yeah, I don't think in the main stable of reels that I'm actually using and will continue to use through the winter.
Yeah,
I don't think that my average life of the braid on those reels might be sitting between the 6 to 10 year range.
Adam,
no bullshit. No bullshit.
And that's your frequently used reels.
Yep.
Fuck. See, I must admit, in the last probably 4 or 5 years, I've changed over braid like at least once a year.
Yeah, fuck it.
Is that too much? Is that excessive? Maybe that's excessive.
I don't think so.
Can I ask you a question? Be honest. Confession. How long is the longest, roughly? Because you probably don't, you don't record this, but roughly that you've left a wind knot in your
in full form or busted and back to back uni?
No, in the wind knots are in there that you haven't been able to pull or snap, so you've left it and kept fishing with it in there.
I'm not too bad with that because I feel as though my next cast could be the whole tip of a 2-piece rod exiting the first.
So you're saying you'll
as it
get
collects
rid of it.
A guide.
Yeah.
But it won't be graceful. I'm either gonna get it first go or I'm gonna snap it. Because I get the shits on pretty quick. I don't spend too much time trying to pick them out.
Yep.
I'll just give it the good. Just grab an end somewhere and just yank on it and see what happens.
Yeah, I've got a and this is, I think the outfit that I'm talking about makes this scenario worse. I've got a wind knot that is still in its wind knot form on a Stella and Murasami rod that I use frequently. That's been there for months.
It must be pretty deep on the spool.
No, I cast it every time.
Yeah,
but it's fine enough, and it's reduced itself to fine enough now where it doesn't even. I do sort of hear it, but I don't. It doesn't, fuck up.
Okay,
it's still
so it's
cast,
not,
and I'm sure it's affecting the casting distance and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I get it, but I'm
so
talking
it's not
when
a big open bastard. It's just worked itself down to a little nub. It's just like a little nublet that's sitting on your
with
line.
some frayed fluff sticking off it, so you see it every time.
Oh,
There's
fuck,
no knots.
It's got disaster.
It's so bad,
over it.
and that's what I mean. Like, it's sitting on a high end reel, and I'm like, I'm letting everyone down here. But I do.
Okay, so
I do need. I'm pulling all that line off very soon. I need to change all over because it's starting to do my head in. I'm just being so lazy with it.
Okay, so the Doomsday prep list so far is picking out wind knots that have been there for months.
Yep.
Addressing the back-to-back unis mid-line that have been as a result of picking out.
Sort that out.
General respool.
Yeah.
Because I think 6 to 8 years is probably taken the piss.
Yep.
I'll get onto that.
I might ask the community this week across the socials, Adam. We might ask what's the longest. How long have you had your line on your spool? How long have you had the line on the reel?
Yes. How long have you been? Yeah. How long have you been spooled for? Because I'm far out. I didn't shit. All right. So we're respooling. We'll change. What do we go? 50-50 split on leaving trebles and changing to singles on the slugs?
Yeah.
Because I actually wouldn't mind a case study of just how much worse is the initial hookup on a single than it is on a treble?
That's not bad. I think the
I like
prep.
that.
I think that's a great sort of case study to be had. Maybe you and I can do that throughout winter coming up this year. I think that the prep there is making sure your hardware is just rock solid.
Yeah.
So-
Rings are overlooked because you get some chunky bastard rings on some of these.
Yeah, you don't need it. Don't
Metals
need it. There's
especially.
strong enough rings now in some good brands that's you just need to make sure they're not rusted and fucked. Is my point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just
I think
having
one of the things Sorry, was that?
just having your gear ready to go. So the tackle trays or boxes or whatever
Yeah.
ready
That's
to
a good
throw
one.
into a backpack. Yep.
Yep, that's a good one. One thing I'm going to add to my Doomsday prep list is actually go and have a look for something reasonable to wear. I think I've been pretty vocal about how shit cold weather is.
Yeah.
And I'm so determined for it not to interfere with my plans to go fishing because we still get some good days. It's fucking cold down here, but we can still get some low wind, crisp, even a little bit of sun. We still get those days during the winter period, and there is some really good fishing to be done, but I need to sort my shit out with some purpose cold weather apparel.
Well, we spoke about it the other day with the hoodie that doubles as a rain jacket. I think you said
just
flicking the beads off.
flicking the beads. It's I'll have a look around for that.
But that is actually a great one. Be ready. Be Doomsday ready and just gear up.
Something that I'd like to wear. Don't look like a full goose, but I can at least be as comfortable as I'm going to be. Now, what I mean by that is really looking after the areas that cop at the worst from the cold. I'm in a kayak. It's pretty hard to use a pedal kayak in fucking gumboots.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to find some... What's a solid sock? What are the cold weather people using for socks?
Well, I was thinking, do you look at it like your neoprene bootie? Or is that still getting your feet wet?
No, I'm happy to get them wet, but they need to, when I say I'm happy to get them wet, I'm happy to put them in the water, but they've got to stay dry and somewhat warm. So I don't mind a neoprene booty, but what sock am I wearing? Because is there a thermal sock or a heated sock?
Are you saying that we should do a deep drop sock for this winter?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Heated.
I don't know about heated. Deep drop.
Heated sock.
What sort of sock do people want? Let's source it. There you go.
Well, what do you wear in the cold? Like, are you rocking the old school Explorer and just hoping that it's a little bit thicker than a standard sock so it's going to keep you warm? Or what are the hunters wear? You know, the ones that actually get out and they're hiking, so they need a little bit of moisture wicking capability, but also keep you warm as fuck, because there's nothing worse than cold toes.
No,
when you're trying to get shit done.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, sock. Might have to look into some sort of thermal arrangement. Not sure if I need to go top and bottom, or if I...
Do you reckon in the kayak
get
you'll
away
need
with just
thermals?
rocking a top?
Because you're warming up a bit.
No, I don't think so. No, because, listen, as a general rule for me, if it's cold enough that you need thermals, pretty sure I'm not fishing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the decision maker, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Geez, you might need thermals today. Oh, decision made. I'm not going.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to need something better than a tracky pant for the bottom half.
Well, especially on a yak or anywhere, because there's going to be spray off something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you're land-based, there'll be fucking drippage off a tree or, spray off a wave or something.
Yeah.
A tracky pant doesn't cut it. It's comfortable when you're sort of lounging around, but when you're out in the elements, if that shit gets wet, you're fucked.
Yep. Yeah, you're done. You may as well just pack up your shit and go home.
Yep.
Do you know what I've grown quite fond of already, and we haven't even really got to winter yet? I've nicked one of the kids' hoodies. It's pretty much a woolly smock.
Wow. Is it what
It's
pattern
fucking
are you
awesome.
rocking? Like what sort of design are we talking?
It's bad. I'll take a photo. Not
Please.
in it.
Oh, I reckon you should wear it.
Okay. All right. So, hang on. I'm going to write this down because I'll forget.
By the way,
Yeah. So
would anyone buy
so I
the
nicked
deep drop hoodie?
Hoodie? We need a fishing hoodie. This is where I'm going.
Okay.
A
Continue.
waterproof or water resistant hoodie.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
A
We
flick
don't
the
say
bead hoodie.
proof.
No.
Flick the
Just
bead
something
hoodie.
Just something that the rain
So-
hits and
so
either
again-
bounces off or rolls off nicely.
So this is exactly what you were saying. So again, we're talking we want a fleece underlay, so like that hoodie, exactly what an hoodie is. But then we want the poncho style, water resistant smock.
Yeah.
Why has no one done a waterproof hoodie? Water resistant hoodie.
Water resistant hoodie.
All right, let's look into it. That's the goal. That's life goals right there. We nail that. We've won at life.
Yeah. So I think I need on my Doomsday list is the cold weather apparel. That's
that's
comfortable.
That's good.
Just to keep me engaged because I'll pack that shit up real quick if it gets cold.
Yeah, yeah.
Proper.
I don't mind that. I mean, we've got a few things covered there. Now we've kind of mentioned, metal slugs and the rings and hooks. But that goes across any lure fishing that you do. So whether it's and even jig heads to a degree. Time to top up on some of your jig heads if you're getting a bit low. Don't leave it till the last minute. Get them.
Yeah,
be ready.
Yeah, restock everything.
And if you've used one, if there's a couple in there that you've used a few times, there might be a little bit out. Fuck it off. Get new ones.
Yeah.
Is my point. That's kind of where I'm going with it. Whether it's hooks and rings and, swivels and whatever, jig heads, it's just make sure they're sharp, new, ready to go. They're not going to let you down because if you're making the effort, you don't want to be let down by that shit.
Well, and you don't want to be overthinking. It's going to be too easy to go, oh, listen, footy's on Savi and it's pretty shit outside. I won't go. No. Everything needs to be ready, so it's grab and go.
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
You're into it.
Yeah, because if you have to think
gotta be
about,
easy.
I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do that. The answer is so easy. It's like, nah, I'm having a beer
it's
watching
too
the footy.
Yeah, pushing the footy.
Yeah, so that's good. Well, I think that's some good Doomsday
bad.
fish prepping there.
Yep, it's not bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, I reckon, Adam, in that case, if we're comfortable with that, which I think we are, let's get in to this.
The deep drop.
Top 6. That's a big statement right there. I feel like we've spoken a bit about winter and shit weather, and I don't want to be. It's still April, so I don't want to be that negative sort of, But we're just
No, we're prepping. We're prepping.
prepping.
We're not being negative. We're prepping. We're getting ahead of the game.
Yeah, because I'd like to also transition straight back into all right, what's happening now? But tonight's top 6 is pretty winter themed as well. I feel like, do you know what I mean? Not necessarily. Like you can indulge in this any time of year, but it's Anyway, what are we doing, Ads?
We're going to roll with the top 6 soups. Now, before we head into what sort of soup game Luke and I are rocking, I need to ask the community first.
Oh, okay.
Listen, for any community member that's under the age of 30, hit me with a 1 to 5 stars where your give a fuck-a-meter about soup is.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel as though I appreciated a soup until I turned 40.
That's not.
And
a
I'm
bad
only
call.
41.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty young in the soup game.
So your soup journey's really, you're a rookie.
Yeah, I'm a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a rookie.
Which is
so
great.
for anyone, so for any of our community members that are under the age of 30, hit me with it. Just don't even say anything. Just on Spotify, go into the comment section on this episode and just give us a 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5. One being couldn't give a flying fuck. 5, sort me out a soup now.
Yeah.
That's
And if
where
you've got any additional comments you can do that too. Like if
Yeah.
you want it, like worst top 6 ever, that's fine. Like
Well,
you know,
we're just about to read out our top 6 soups. If you're a 5-star, hit us with your best soup. Like
Yeah.
let's go. I'm open to suggestions. My soup journey is just starting, but we're gonna launch into the top 6 soups. Now it's normally at this point where we list a few honourable mentions. Don't think that's how we should roll tonight, Luke.
no, I agree. Well, and it's pretty simple, Adam. The reason for that is I don't think there are any. I think this is what you and I have sort of landed on with our top 6 is the only 6 you need. So any that are outside this 6, don't worry about it. And we spoke about a couple there, ads that I think you and I are in that sort of that age bracket where we grew up on tomato soup. Doesn't make the list.
No.
And whether we're
thought
whether we're scarred from it as the only soup you'd have when you were a kid in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just shit. It's just not good.
It's shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's in true deep drop style. Rather than list some honourable mentions, let's just rattle off a few shit soups before we get into the top 6.
Yeah.
And I think tomato sort of heads that list as a shit soup.
Yeah, I agree with you. You could there's not much you can do to make it better. So yeah.
You've maxed out. It's just warm tomato sauce. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And that doesn't sound appealing, does it?
Actually, is that what it is? Is that actually, if I just empty a bottle of Rosella into a bowl and heat it up in the microwave, is that what it's
Chuck it in the microwave.
It sounds horrible.
Where do you sit on pea and ham?
It makes me want to vomit just the thought of it, and I don't.
Correct.
Look, I don't know.
Shit soup.
I don't know. I might have tried it, and it might have been a good dish at some point, but I can't remember it. I don't recall having it. If I think about the name of it, let alone the look of some photos that I've seen of it, not interested at all.
I feel as though pea and ham comes into the soup equation once you hit 70. I think it's an end game soup. I don't think it's something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something you open the account with.
I think it's not a combo that I like to think about. You know what I mean? Like it's not a Brooksy. What do you think?
I think most penis.
Yeah, I would probably prefer that, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe, maybe.
Nah. So nah, it's not. Look, I know there's some sort of cream arrangements out there with beef and cream and something, and I'm like, it's kind of, are we just getting thickened cream from the shop and heating it up and dropping some shit in there? Because it's.
Mate, I was doing a little bit of research and I saw a cauliflower soup. That sounds shit. Doesn't it?
Is that just cauliflower blended up in, and poured into
Pop, mate.
hot
just
water?
Blend up some cauliflower, drop it in the kettle, hit boil, and there's your cauliflower soup.
Drop it in the kettle.
That's a shit soup.
That's a shit soup. But I feel like the 6 we've landed on are not shit soups.
No, not shit soups, and that's why they're going to make the top 6 soup list and not the shit soup list. So let's get into it, Luke, because we've been waffling for long enough. But top 6 soups, I'm pretty excited. Let's start at number 6. We're going to go with a pa or fa or fo. So we're off to a flyer. It's the little it's the Asian arrangement PHO. Is it fa? Fo? Fa.
It's just a sound. It's just a sound. That's all it is.
It's a cough when you're out of breath. Not much comes out.
But essentially, ads. It's a bit of a mix that is pretty bloody good. So it's your noodle type arrangement. You can add a beef or a chicken in there if you want, and then fresh sort of veggies, or mainly actually not really thick veggies, but it's like your bean sprouts and your that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
a solid soup.
It's good.
Accompaniment to a thin broth. The sprout thing.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Bean
Good.
shoots or whatever they are.
Yeah, whatever they are, it actually works. So that's a good start.
Yeah.
That's a good start at number 6.
Number 5, potato and leek. Now, talk me through this,
Yeah.
Luke. I actually can't remember the last time I had a potato and leek soup, but it sounds all right.
Yeah, it's good. It's the epitome of a winter soup. You know what I mean? Just ripping into that. It's really good for you. It makes you feel good after. It makes you feel like you've sort of had something half decent to eat. You know what I mean? For a dish, for a meal, and it's like I said, it's perfect on a after footy training on a Thursday night or something. You know what I mean? Can I just also say that we preface all these soups by saying without it doesn't even need to be said, they all come with bread, like a crusty bread adds. Mm-hmm. A tiger bread is good, or something along those lines. Maybe it's a baguette, maybe it's a stick bread.
Yep, got to have a solid crust.
It's got to have a solid crust, and what's your butter to bread ratio on when it comes to soup ads? I'm assuming you'd go heavy.
Oh, there's a little bit of bread in there.
There's so much butter, isn't there?
There's so much butter.
Smash it.
So much butter.
Yeah, and you get a little bit annoyed at like a restaurant when you get a soup or something as an entree, and there's just that little block of butter. It's like, can you bring out 6 more of them? Because
just bring us the little. It's always in a little wooden woven basket. Just bring that out.
Just bring that thing out because I need to cake that shit on my bread. Yeah. So that goes with all of these.
Great call.
Yeah.
Yeah, great call. It's a non-negotiable. Every single one of these top 6 soups is coming with crusty bread and an absolute shit stack of butter.
Yeah, well done. Good.
Great call. Great call. Number 4, chicken and sweet corn soup. One of those just staples if, listen, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, maybe a little bit of a cold, a little bit of the sniffles.
Well, I was going to say hungover, but you're probably what you said is probably a bit more responsible.
Same.
Yeah, but this is the one. This is the one that comes to mind, though, right? It's kind of the one that just gets you through the day. It's a great one.
And
it's a great addition.
And you don't need to work too hard with it. You can just go and grab a rotisserie chicken from Coles or Woolies, shred that bastard, and drop it in a sweet corn soup, and you're pretty well on your way.
It's so good. Yeah, well done.
Listen, chicken and sweet corn soup is an absolute win with a hangover / slight sniffle.
Ailment. Yep. Good.
Ailment. Number 3, pumpkin soup.
Yeah.
Typically, I take the absolute piss out of the sort of people that are around my next statement. And unfortunately, I fit into that group because I'm not really a massive pumpkin fan. Like, if you want to give me a bit of roast pumpkin, listen, I'll eat it.
Oh, okay.
But only because I don't like to waste shit. I don't.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yep.
Pumpkin soup. Thick.
Yeah.
Can't drink it through a straw. Thick.
Yeah.
Heavy cream.
Yep.
And a stack of cracked black pepper.
So much cracked black pepper.
Like you can see it. Like when it's mixed in, you've got speckles of cracked pepper throughout the whole thing.
Let's not undersell, and let's reiterate the thickness of that. This needs to be thick. You get the watery, thin pumpkin soups. Nah, that's not what's on the list. We're talking thick to perfection.
It doesn't run off the spoon; it falls off.
That's how splashes. You know when it hits the deck and it's just you get shit, but it doesn't matter.
Makes an awesome sound, and then you got pumpkin soup everywhere. But that's how thick.
Yeah, good.
That's how thick.
Really good one.
Number 2, a good hearty minestrone.
Yeah, and this
generally so generally a light tomato broth. It's not tomato soup. Let's not be silly.
Yeah, we're not idiots.
It's a tomato forward broth.
Yeah.
Thick cut veg, winter veg.
Yes. Yeah. This is the this is the dead of winter, this soup, isn't it? The cold, miserable shit days that this gets it done for you every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
This isn't a starter at a restaurant.
No, shit. No.
This is a meal.
This is a meal.
This is a meal.
This is a main course, mate.
Pasta in it. Maybe drop a little bit of beef if you're feeling a little bit exotic.
Sure. Just all that does is just thicken this bad boy up to a real solid meal. You know what I mean?
Yep.
No, it's a really solid one. It's perfect.
And I love a good minestrone. Yeah. Love it.
Yep. Good.
But number 1, Luke, I think it was a unanimous decision again. We've been pretty in tune with our top sixes over the last few weeks. We've had a unanimous number one between you and I for most of them as of late.
Yep.
Tonight's no different. Number one, chicken noodle soup.
Yep.
Luke, I challenge you. Cast your mind back. Tell me, when's the last time you had a shit chicken noodle soup?
It's a tough ask because I don't know. And I'm not sure I ever have.
That's why it's number one, baby.
Yeah.
That's why it's number one.
Do you know what else is good about the chicken noodle? It's not seasonally relevant. You could knock down a chicken noodle soup any time of year and it'll still be fucking great.
And it's all right, yeah.
Yeah, and this is a you could mix up a lot of breads with this one too. Still want your crusty sort of stuff, but ultimately lots of butter. But you need a bit of bread with this one. But it's an anytime soup, and it's just you're right. You rarely have a bad one.
Yeah, it's that good. I think it was summed up perfectly by one of your boys. We were conversing before the show and sorting out the order of our top six. And one of your boys brought to the table is the water left over at the end of 2-minute noodles. Is that a soup? Now, listen up, young man. That's base level chicken noodle soup right there. That's a great call. And you know what? It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And hey, there was a part of me that wanted to include that onto the list of soups, but it didn't qualify because we know that broth is delicious, and that young man is on the right track. You know what I'm saying?
He's on the right path. You've done well with him. Shout out to you and your lovely wife. You're on the right track with that one.
Yeah, he's 8 years old, young fella, and he's got his shit sorted. But so yeah, you're right. So ticks all the boxes, that one, and that's why it is a unanimous number one. We rarely we didn't have to go back and forth on that too much. I think that's a no-brainer. That's a solid 6, Ads. Well done.
Yep, solid 6. So to quickly recap, from 6 to 1, we had a faux potato leek, chicken and sweet corn, pumpkin soup, minestrone, and rounding out at number 1 with chicken and noodle. It's a solid top 6, Luke. I think we've been pretty good so far.
Real good, solid top 6. Adam, we also asked the Doomsday prep, and what are you prepping for winter? What are you doing? What are you getting ready? We've spoken about a few options from us. We want to hear from you, the community, what you're prepping, how you're prepping. Also, new gear wish list. What do you want to see this season coming? What are you hoping for? What is your arsenal of rods and reels and lures sort of need to be added to that you hope we might see hit the market soon? All that, plenty more going on there, Ads, and I might go over soup. Might go over chicken noodle.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hey, Ads. Thanks, mate.
Peace.